Yes, good evening. Girl Vibes is back. Yes, the Akufe Princess is back on eTVGhana, and we are going to vibe again. And there was a mommy of the latest one, Ejapa. In fact, Rosa J is open music videos, sir. Gospel music videos, sir. But no water flowers, but then they on the rose mobile muna Celestine muna. Oh, once the sons of Mama Bibi at oh, fashion site, the circle gospel channel. And that's for my main gospel musician, the beautiful one that I admire. In fact, she's my mentor as well when it comes to relationship aspect and her music. Yeah, that should be my gospel musician. Hallelujah. And see, as of my from on that trend. And I also have a beautiful lady with me. Hold on, I'll introduce all my guests to you. Don't worry at all. But as of my minutes, and all because of the music video. And to stay with us, and let's get interactive on WhatsApp on 02022222054 02022222054. It's in down common no more tight on phone, and so young psychologist but come on because of the topic and they are discussing heartbreak on your easy. In fact, but no be swing your broken heart. Now broken heart no cry abaze as of mommy waha and the betche mama hen. It's a terrible kuchu manko baby. And we're also streaming live on Facebook at eTVGhana, and to call Facebook, make sure you share for every lady. In fact, in the heartbreak, being in front of Sokaya and ban on heartbreak, and Tim being in front of one share more in now when you be. Now, heartbreak no cry abaze or be back away your broken heart. In fact, the implications alone. I don't get easy. It's in Desi or Girl Vibes, no more bear tight. The WhatsApp number is 02022222054. So stay glued with us. We go for a first break. When we come back, I'll introduce my guests to you. They are looking so gorgeous tonight. I'll be right back with you. Yes, welcome back. This is Girl Vibes right here on eTVGhana. Then the fear haninyo more celebrity Sophia. More Safo Mame Waha. Also a gospel musician, Madam Rose Ajay. And I'm born Mrs. Rose Ajay. She'll be signed as Rose Ajay in the paper. But I asked for Mammy and Casa, or could not be asked for Mammy and Cheddar Nuclear Suffer. As I say, it's in that advice, Nezzy, on the broken hearts, the hearts breaking in, and as of my Miss Bama, no question, yeah, one or so. Kind of WhatsApp on 02022222054. Now, come on, just a new day. So, for me, hey, you're real high for. Sister, and I daring you, mom, you're looking much younger.
I'm even amazed.
Hey.
That's what the favor of God
Chede,
does.
I'm offering a skin out to do makeup on point. Chede, what outfit this? I don't know you don't make up because of your follow on social media, be a no fashion. Don't say you're a gospel musician. You make sure you know and decent, but very nice and fashion on point.
Thank you so much.
Be cooler.
Everything.
Let me show I turn. I say that's that dog and be the man.
Don't worry.
The mewa. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And my Yvonne, the controversial lady, she's here, and we are going to vibe with her. Yvonne Aferi, Yvonne Akawa. She's a beautiful entrepreneur. And her skin, nobody in the time. Oh, yeah. Yvonne's a meme that when you're broken heart to that. I mean, Yvonne name is your vibe. And to Mama Yvonne, we share any broken heart level on a kakaja. Now, as of my me, what has it? Why woman Yvonne? Because he has a young warrior, ain't he? Broken hearts, Nezzy. Maybe I shall be Baba here now, but in nature. As of my me, what has it? Now, a psychologist or Honsa, no sober psyche and a year, a phone, dizzy. Oh, then a Bibia Bear Kama. And on phone, right about now, we have Madam Joy and Nima Deborah. She's a national PRO for Ghana Psychological Association. So she's on phone right with her. And as of Mammy, I would tell Mam, na if I was singing, I would tell a psychologist in Casa area. Hello, Madam Joy.
Hello.
Yes, good evening, and how are you doing?
My friend, how are yourself?
I'm doing great. This is the second time talking to you on Girl Vibes, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's so exciting. Let me first of all start up with you because our time is fast gone. So quickly, when we talk about heartbreak, in your own definition, what is heartbreak?
Okay. Like we have rightly coined it. It is a heart that has been seriously affected or emotions. When we human beings are made of physical beings and our emotions. And when we are seriously hurt or badly affected, our emotions are badly affected, we are likely to be having a heartbreak.
Okay. And what does psychology say about heartbreak?
All right. So when we have a heartbreak, we can have a heartbreak syndrome. And that heartbreak syndrome is also known as stress cardiomyopathy. There is another one which I don't want to mention. It's complex. The Takotsubo syndrome. Yes, that's a typical of a rapid and reversive heart muscle weakness, which results from grief or fear or extreme anger or surprise. And that mimics heart attack. So that can bring about chest pain, shortness of breath. But then heartbreak, the regular heartbreaks that we know, has its own implications. And this can be likened to some forms of psychological problems. And it includes depression, which can make people may feel sad for a very long time, may be withdrawn, and can blame themselves for every problem and would lose their self-worth, and sometimes may feel suicidal. Actually, when people have heartbreaks, it is the number one cause of suicide ideation, especially in Canada. But in our world, if we have social support, because our social systems have a lot of support for us, from families, from friends, and from relatives, we are able to manage it. But there are other causes that include sleeplessness or too much sleep.
Okay.
We can also have too much eating or too much sleeping or very little eating and very little sleep. Then this can lead to either loss of weight or too much gain of weight. It can also lead to substance use, like use of marijuana, cocaine, Indian hemp, and other things. Then you can look at self-harm, where people begin to cut themselves and do other things to their own body, which is not helpful. Then the feeling of rejection, because if you trust somebody so much, you have loved somebody, and the person, the whole thing doesn't go well. You feel rejected. So that is also the and this violent thoughts can be very disturbing and reoccurring.
Okay.
So
Auntie Joy, before you move on, let me ask you this. In which states can one's heart be broken before we move forward? Yes.
When a person is after the incident of rejection, if you don't have any coping system and that you don't have any support for which you would rely on to cope, then that negative impact of the break can lead you to insecurity anxiousness, our anxiety, a deep sadness, confusion. Sometimes you even have your self-worth. You begin to lose your self-worth. And in such situations where you lose control of the situation, you can say that you have broken your heart.
Okay.
And many times, in about 6 months thereabout, you should be able to heal normally.
So can I be healed completely from heartbreak?
Depending on the kind of social support you have.
Okay.
If you have a good family system or good friends or reliable people you can share your problem with, and you can let go of situations, you can heal. Some other people have very positive ways of looking at things, and they themselves can heal. Especially people who have good self-worth and good self-perception. So for such people, they can heal self-concept. If you have a very good self-concept and you think that your life is not so much dependent on the other person, but you can always rebuild your life. Or if you have other people to give you that level of assurance, you can heal. But in some situations, when the symptoms are severe, they are unable to come out by themselves. And this is the situation where you may need the services of a therapist to help you understand your negative thoughts and also help you regain your thinking pattern, and also help you in coping with that situation.
Okay. So, Auntie Joy, with the exception of visiting a psychologist or a therapist to psych yourself or to heal yourself from heartbreak, what other things can I do personally to heal myself?
Exactly. The point I was going to make, it is very good that we all have good coping mechanisms. And the first thing that we need to be looking at is a stronger social support. You know, we are social beings, so we cannot live all alone as an island and wouldn't tell our story. I have always been told that a problem shared is halfway solved. So if we are able to share our problem and with the right people, the emphasis is on the right people, then we should be able to resolve most of our problems. Because if we're able to have families who would support us, friends who would support us, relatives who would support us, not just financially, but emotionally, then we will be able to cope when situations happen. It is very important to also have self-care. Self-care and self-help. Live a healthy life. And as we do this, we should be able to have faith in ourselves. Many people live their life on their level. So it's like their whole world is built around their love life. And when they lose that relationship, they feel that the world has come to an end. But your life is much more dependent on you. And that is where people need to understand. And also have learned some problem-solving skills. Everything should not be like mommy and daddy for you. Life is best pleasant, and anything that happens, somebody has to solve for you. There should be little ways that you should be able to solve problems. and learn to come out of hardship. So when you have learned these things, you learn it, you also work on improving yourself, your self-esteem, because it is about you and not any other person. It is good you respect all other people, but you need to improve your own self-esteem.
Yeah.
A little education, a little self-worth, a little employment, a little financial standard, and all these things would help you build some confidence in yourself. So,
Auntie Joy, I'm not cutting you. I wish we could move on and talk, but because of time. But let me wrap up with you before you go. Is it advisable to go back to someone who has given you a heartbreak before? Is it?
it's a yes and no.
Okay, so explain the yes for me and then the no for me, please.
Problems of the heart is very difficult to handle. Sometimes the person is still in love.
Okay.
And when the other person has really shown remorsefulness and is ready to change for the better, why not? If they are still in love,
Okay.
it must have been a mistake. But then when the situation that caused the heartbreak is so persistent, why would you? So you need to create goals that you work towards as a person, even in your love life. You should be able to create goals. What are you expecting in the shortest time, in 6 months, in 3 months, in 1 year? So if you have these goals, it will help you to assess the situation, whether you need to go back or not. Ideally, you should be able to assess the situation very well and analyze it to be able to come to terms with it as to whether you want to go back or not. But it is all dependent on you and how much you feel the relationship is as important.
Okay. All right, Auntie Joy, thank you so much.
Feel well.
All right.
You need to feel well from your broken heart. If not, it extends to other relationships. And you are unable to trust other people.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Auntie Joy, thank you so much, and thank you for this very education. We'll make sure we take care of our heart, and have a good night. Thank you for being a blessing unto us. So quickly, let's go for a quick break. When we come back, I'll get to continue the discussion with Yvonne, and Asafo Mami Rose is also here with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Girl Vibes, and today we are talking about heartbreaks. Yes, the implications of heartbreaks. And I have with me Asafo Mami Rose, Ashley Ajay. Yes, the Nagod hit maker. And then before I ever put the bottle Nagod or woman them miracle, Yvonne Affair is so and Yvonne Akaba. If you are the cooler. I was mean, then you're broken heart, and some of share with us experience. I will hold on. As of moment, when we talk about heartbreak, then break continue. Don't worry, fetch him. As a young kakra. Now, what heartbreak and casapa? What fantimuna na de in local language in the backend. Natural Musudan.
Okay. Heartbreaks. First of all, I just want to say a very good evening to my cherished viewers. Heartbreaks happens in so many ways, but it's like this evening we are talking about heartbreaks in relationship.
Sure.
Because people have broken hearts in their businesses, because they invested so much in a certain kind of business and they were expecting something so high and it didn't work the way they wanted. Other people too, or they rush or be more, or trusting the panel at a certain level. Emma wakwati bibi say o si mesini say anyone wants o si mesi a me penasem me respecting and what me account bibi I say afa me ho. The same thing when it comes to relationship is like falling in love with somebody so much, trusting the person to a level, thinking that the person cannot leave you, not deceive you, not hurt you, and at the end of the day you will find out say nipa na ye usa once say painful can say me say where your treasure is, there lies your heart.
Exactly.
So most of the times when it happens like that, I say we lose the trust. And when that broken heart begins, I say trust our woman nipa. Most especially say we or bar trust a woman bema asesa.
That's okay.
Yes, the way you see certain things, asesa. You are sometimes not yourself. So we are that type of person who love people, who treat people with care because of that broken heart. Ama want to mean don't want to mean chain. You are not able to trust them. You are not able to pour out your heart to them. And the heartbreak there, a question my baby.
Is a most of your bokodo. If one can so for the todo, and so share with us your experience. I know your experiences with that todo. Saying ya, broken heart to that. Mammy in town. Miss my behead here for the so but in your broken heart to that. The meal in your bidder.
But to say yourself from kind, sometimes it's very difficult to feel betrayed by someone. So the rebel should be more. Be you are come my dear was any pay your money paying then the person will disappoint you at the end of the day. In fact, even with women, it has a lot of toll on us. Sometimes cry like Enima said, you can even lose your self-confidence. You can, in fact, once the mind is stressed, you become very distorted. Like I say, BBS is some problem. It's a broken heart today. It's not something we should even wish for our worst enemy. Because mentally, psychologically, it can have a lot of impact on someone. Like she said, suicidal. Because me will be our committed suicide because of broken hearts. Now I'm saying I said guy me if anything the girl committed suicide because of relationship stuff. As I say.
No one some baby but what stuff mommy I was mean there what stuff mommy not embarrassing some baby but what but okay first of all mommy so it be as of mommy before I be as of mommy be rosette in the crap but you're broken hearted.
Oh, me broken heart.
In a bit. I don't walk manoyas and another bend
but there is one thing I want to let people know before you can fall in love with somebody. Learn to love yourself.
Okay.
If you are able to love yourself before falling in love with somebody, when certain things happen, you can control yourself. And you will be no to be controlling home because or done with everything.
So how do I control myself?
And that's what I'm saying. When you love yourself, break your heart. You can sit aside and tell yourself, is this relationship worth it?
Yeah.
Is it worth it? What I say, when you love yourself, you sit down and think about certain things. But there are people who fall in love and they are crazy. Nothing you tell them, they are not independent. So they rely on the person so much. So the moment the person breaks their heart, it's not even about the relationship. The first question people say, "One never miska, one never mami way because we rely on the person solely." But if you love yourself and you are an independent person, when such an issue happens, they say, in life there are ups and downs. Things will happen, and keep it in your mind. Say it is not every relationship that will lead to marriage.
Yeah.
If you know that as well, when it happens like that, we also know maybe it was not meant to be, so you stay away. But there are some people who to me say nipa non pel, but of course pair their boy we say open me, it's all open me. And sometimes you know, in relationship, I always say there are a lot of sacrifices we make, both the men and the women. But when it comes to women in relationship, we sacrifice them more because she feels, oh, I'm getting older and I've met this man who wants to marry me. Okay, let me start saving. How we are going to build our house, how we're going to build our family. Men will not think about that first. The first thing you will think about when I get ready for marriage, I'll get myself a house or something. But a woman, the moment she gets into a relationship with a man, she starts planning about all those things, putting those things. So it's like after you've devoted your time, spent everything. Sometimes the man you are in a relationship with is working, but things are not working out. Would do sika support him because he knows that at the end of the day he's going to get married to me, so it's the same as me doing it for myself. You spend everything. Some people even go to the extent of taking families' wealth and all that to support the man because she feels the man will marry her. Some of them even drop out of school, use their school fees to sponsor a man in school. So at the end, yes, a lot of people do it. And at the end of the day, if the relationship doesn't end in marriage, what is she going to tell the family? How is she going to tell people and all that? Yes, because we should sacrifice now. Relationship
no more.
Yes, it be also cry. We should cry. Sebi will be all cry in relationship. you have sex, you do everything
You
that
behave.
married people should
Style
do.
behave.
Who share maybe sebi for so many months and years. You say away ye good you think about all those things. Now what you mean
no way
yes. So at the end of the day, it's a whole lot of things. But when you love yourself so much so that even though the person leaves you, okay, we jamming. Life doesn't end here. Let me put myself together. Let me rise up on my feet. Maybe one day God might give me somebody else. You understand? So, yeah, some baby.
Okay. Yvonne, how is that feeling?
Well, Rose made a lot of points. I mostly agree with most of them, but one particular one I didn't agree with. Say, or co-relationship, or sacrifice. Say, look, relationship comes with stages. The word relationship, a topic, it has clauses. Before you enter into a relationship, we have what we call dating.
Okay.
We have what we call courtship. What I say, into one relationship, unim say ebefa. Unim say bema we onye ready. Unim say those are some of the mistakes we women we do.
It is good that you've even said that's the mistake most of us do.
Exactly.
You know when you are getting into a relationship how you do your timing, and the elders normally say, don't advise a woman who is in love. That's someone who can come or
so hold on church me.
One say relationship, like I said, it comes in stages.
Okay.
If you're in a relationship, when him say bema we and you know beko baby.
Baba you don't know you know you ko baby I know you as of mommy.
You will know. You will know.
How will you know?
If you are in a relationship and then you know, say this man is for you, you the woman, you start feeling comfortable.
How will I know that?
Also, for mommy like you, when you met Mr. J, you felt very relaxed because you knew, say,
we
and
are
from the
different
beginning.
kinds of people.
Exactly.
And we have different people how we think. Maybe the way I would understand, say he's the right man for me. There is another woman who also not feel.
Yes.
Me person would say a relationship no start here.
It's in stages, I understand.
Wouldn't say yes, baby, and when him said the air con and conco so you the woman
baby you know only be ma be nanti to me friend man who say be my own boy or so who dey be a lot of women are different.
It's because she is trapped, like you said. You mentioned age. What I say and accommodate onim the money. Most of we blacks, I wouldn't even say Ghanaians, are lazy. We want to blame other people. We want to be other people's responsibility.
It's true.
What I say, sometimes we behave like Yeninsa. Most of the time, your bar, na so we jumaye, and na so you wouldn't even think of say, na ojami and wine be mami ejani. Me, for instance, I am collected because I know say if plan A doesn't work, plan B will work. It's not we illiterate aware, excuse my language, sorry for saying that, but you can say obia one ko school aware a check chi obia wa ko school because obia oye ejuma o ma wo be ma na sa o ma wo ba no be bluff no.
That's right.
What I say into no say aware no and relationship now wo mu no e ko yi you know. Me, I was in a relationship once. I wasn't feeling comfortable, so I was looking elsewhere. Cause be ma na me no me ni mo makume mu say onye ready for what I want.
What about
so
those people who are not looking elsewhere? What about those people who know said they don't have anywhere to look?
It's no only butaye bia, like you rightfully said. Only butaye bia woni bia so buy. Because in a as a normal human being or as a woman,
you should have your own
a
vision,
modern day woman, exactly. You have to have a vision and aspiration. In fact, we have purpose, focus, and then mission. I think mission comes before that. Into programming in that way. Me, I used to work in the bank. It didn't work for me. I have strategized myself. I'm a freelance marketer, and then I have my own product line. I still do other stuff for other people. I wouldn't say this is what I do. That is what I'm going to do all the time. What I say into Obano. Look, I think Messi. This is a girl show. We need to be truthful to the girls. It is high time they need to be hard working. So for or baby won't seeker. Messi, how do you feel when you sit in your car and then you buy for Obe making sure say okay,
no man will even mess up with you.
Every month's be your salary before.
And that feeling there
is sweet.
It's a great
you see the feeling you get when you have your own money. Last week say me call Cape Coast, and we drove all the way to Rock City because we have money to spend.
Exactly.
And we were all women.
Yeah.
Are you ladies trying to tell me that it's because when I win heartbreak would depend on the men?
That's what I said earlier. That's what I said earlier.
If you are lazy,
you are not independent.
What about the ladies? Some like us that are working. I was some and monthly we have our separate jobs that we do. We are okay. We are comfortable. But still, what's a relationship be more? You know, this one. So that my Yvonne. Okay, you would think he's the right person. You know, you sacrifice everything. Sometimes when you no cry, you but I walk a cry now. What's some bedroom? That's how I call my writing. All because
sometimes we women we feel trapped.
Okay.
So for mommy kind of cry. Some people say me need to do.
It's true.
What I say me need to do. Who need to do into day. Earlier on, before we even came to the show, we were talking about something. Obi be wunu aka say, "Ena wenjaba." Wenjaba na wenjesica no why na be hwa akwala no. Sika ben. Right now, the world doesn't run by nyame na sheba.
Okay.
If you're a purposeful person, you will program. I was telling you, T-Bill looked after me. So you should tell, say.
In this case, say, "Mommy, cry now, there is no way you get her."
You shouldn't even rely even on your husband, even if you are married. Cry.
If I'm a T-Bill baby, you should know, say somebody planned ahead.
Yeah,
it's a planned baby. It's right from GSS, things started falling in place. I have to fall on T-Bill to take care of me. You know, it was able to sustain me out of me SS.
Okay.
My kid sister Penny, my friend say she was a bit laid back. Because we are new coding it's coming to me show. We need to have a plan. Women, look, women need to have a plan for themselves. Most of the time, we lack planning. And you pay. Yamaya mami mo akasegu ye tirim sa se wo se be ma na show na wo na de anya wo
but say who say with our culture sana atire fitting collaborate kra na ye nim say oba wo ko school kra ko wie kra ko du chen is the man that you stay with, and at the end of the day what the man wants you to do. But in saying that we are a little bit enlightened about certain things, and when we talk about our culture, that's how it is. And that's the reason why in a relationship, that's what I'm saying, is that in a relationship you shouldn't be dependent on the man. Because if you
so with the exception of depending on the man, as being heartbreak, what are some of the other things that that can make you get heartbreak in relationships? With the exception of I'm in a relationship, I'm okay and all that with the man. Now suddenly BBS is not making a heartbreak. So what are some of the things? And how will I even know that Sisi, I know what I'm feeling is heartbreak and other baby there?
I think say from the beginning on the trust level, no. And say when we say be man onya nya me ho ade onya ware bi no. Me to me from akoma nyina en fa man to that level because you can
and
that's what is happening now. As you are saying, you are a 90 baby. That's what you are saying now. We are 90. Yeah, you are a 90 baby. We know, sir. You cannot move in his house. But now, in our generation, it's not like that. On any trip, 1 month, no, I got to because and she's not talking. But now everybody is doing what they want to do. We sorry no akwatina be man nche otumi nyim no kra wanyim na oba be wo no afi no akai say so ye no ho ade nti eye sa na I know say wo ho but no e wo ho but say na nyoma titimbre mu no that's a vast difference. What I say, we know say titimbre mu kra say be man kra fa no so person o ware o na say nyinsem be mu a omo de bibia to akwam say be once be man kra na ye de na ma wo dada e na say be nyinsem aba obehwe wa ware o, and those marriages it stays long. Up to now, to me say, yeah, mommy and papa, our as compared to this our relationship. But no, nipa na nyem no, and they are forcing the person on her to marry. Inti nipa na kasa be ma no, onye ready so be ware o. Nyi se na epie mu nti ye forcing to say onye ho ade. Inti yes na, odo no nhye de ni ho, and every time there are problems, inti within that time anything can happen. So okono ko wu wie pe no nim say wa we obetima ka say fa me ba mama. Na call baby. Oba no so tenase otumu say after staying with this guy, look at the number of abortions. Enu kwa nkwada nche. Oba kwa konyinsenya. You to me ye juma. Be man continue in life oh. You are still staying at home taking care of the pregnancy. I want to be real. Esa wo sentine fi na wo hwa akwala no. Into wo hwe sambre na your wasted years. Akọ kasa 3 years 4 years now would you say would share akwala. If you had that time to even go to school or even learn something by now now we level akwenim into our dreams had any nana. Why did I allow this thing to happen? Not dream yet say pay my person boom because and they say be may say and that is why all these things are happening because a ma dey be come say ma in every relationship be ma sacrifice or ba sacrifice but in ma sacrifices more than men. And that's the reason why heartbreaks no ebi wo why see me ma brabom but na see ma brabom e dosu because sometimes even in the relationship ko ba na ekomu no ne ma me be ka say boy we on boa na maybe we jai nia wo ma me ana wo papa ka kire so boy ni be boa me wo ma me aka wentie afa wo wura mu na we di wura mo no you don't even know whether to come back to your mother to come and tell her or your father. Into what you say, no money in now would dream one. No one will say, I can't. And at the end of the day, no super man, super cock for baby, a sebi, or bano crown, one anya she, now who one our born and a bear in your Juma Nasika baby. No, the kosho about for sister, what's what Tiberia.
No, you're therefore to for so my ringing may or ya, mum for you into the ankle breaking bra. Now, be or relationship, and there's all one old baby as I should maybe a name. Now, yet I will problem to her, and I sabone a pre-wedding a photo. Let's go for a break. We'll be right back and continue with this discussion. Okay, welcome back. My phone line is activated, yes, so check on your screens and call me now. The numbers are on your screen and you can call me now. There are a lot of messages on the screen. So let me give you the number, 05556572778, 05556572778. And your heart's breaking down from broken hearts and it's not even American or more purpose in life. We all had it, but it was you. Let me not take it too personal. You want I the man, you let me read some of the messages. I've ignored our viewers, so please let me read this one quickly. And this is from my own uncle, Sophie Forsen, Lydia Forsen, ne papa. As Mercy, you are discussing a very important topic. Many young women go through and can become suicidal. I had opportunities to help people who have gone through this unfortunate situation. By the way, you are looking good. Praying for you. Go higher in your career. Thank you, Daddy. So are you? Yeah, but from see, there are a lot of messages on Facebook as well. Let me read this one. This says, "Good evening. My name is Francis from Akimwada, Eastern Region, Ghana. I'm enjoying your program, and I want to ask, how will I know if she loves me?" Hey, we'll go there. But I have a caller. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, dear. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, please go ahead.
Broken heart, madam, it's not a joke at all. Like, it's not a joke. I've been through this situation before. You know, madam, the broken heart, you're not joking, you know, but we better say maybe about the heart. Yeah, I'm actually a heart person. Unless you know the love, if you the love, it will catch you.
I didn't even ask you of your name. Please, what's your name? Broken hearts, no.
Because my girlfriend is watching. She'll laugh. So
please don't give her broken hearts, okay? She loves you so much.
It's crazy. Unless you're a floating player, but when you're a floating player, yeah, madam, that's all.
All right, thank you for calling.
In
fact, she's never been in love before. I think Yvonne has never been in love before. And yet, Yvonne, where's your heart?
No, look, I have.
Yvonne, you hold on. Let me read my messages. Mama Bena says, "Well said, Mama. Loving yourself is ultimate." Yes, I think she agrees with what Asaf Mami said. And she also said, true talk. Okay, if you are saying, "I'm enjoying the show," thanks very much for this inspirational message. God bless you. God bless you too. And this is also saying habit of cohabitation. And Paul, it took a bang if you are sister. Pre-wedding photo shoot, no bill. Bona Wakuma. Oh, I think I have a caller. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello, yeah, good evening.
Good evening, my dear. Your name and where are you calling us from?
Mabel, I'm calling from Taka.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I think I agree with Yvonne.
Okay.
Yeah, when when you're a woman and you have a purpose, it's really difficult to get this broken heart and all that. So if you have something doing and you are really busy, you're a career woman, this things shouldn't be a problem.
So I'm not
at
a
all.
career woman, eh? Thank you for calling. Hey, I am more than be broken hearts though. Sister, shall be a more quemati. I have to twin your may and a big boy. I was so dead there is narrow watch. Frederick says, Mercy, I love the show. Pre-wedding photo shoot kills more than the broken heart itself. Sister, amazing. The pre-wedding photo shoot. Oh, we're at the Ming and Kende, but couldn't read your messages. Ripping Poja for Chamati and Brenoco. Not so, mommy. Some broken heart singing. I finally no. I was a pan, and Banny, and how come I on to from because I be more today, suffer force in the king, suicide issues and all that. This depression, but it's not by Obama. Yeah, come back to ourselves.
I think
and even going back to you talking about self-love and as in you know, how do we go
First
through
of all,
that
when you love yourself is important. And getting the right people around you at that time. Because when you have the right people around you, crying, oh, wait there, it happens. You know, let's go, move on in life, you know, getting the right people and making sure you are not alone. Because anytime you are alone, you get thoughts about doing certain things wicked to yourself, to commit suicide or take any drug or anything. Make sure you are always around people like when you're lonely. And the people who also love you, you know, should always be around you to encourage you. Then you try to heal. And no, say that is not the end of the world, but you have to move forward.
But is it advisable to go back to that guy that gave you broken heart?
I won't advise. I won't advise because you see, once bitten, twice shy. Don't even venture.
Yvonne, your final words. Madam, when you're broken heart, that.
Maybe can't say me broken heart, but all I'm saying is, but all I'm saying is, you need to have a purpose. If you have a purpose in life, eh?
Yvonne, Rashida, my producer, is even shocked.
Oh,
Yvonne, I know your story. We were all there.
Oh, so Okacho is not mean to me.
Yvonne, you know what? Maybe next week when she's not around, I'll tell you what happened. It wasn't easy.
No, but Mercy, sometimes as a woman, you need to be self-absorbing. What I say, I was so
final words is she
I was so
my director will kill me today. So
I was so more dreaming Mundaho. Now we must start our bay what I say, because a man is not everything, even though it's something. It's not everything. And as a woman, like Rose said, find yourself first, love yourself first, and then be truthful to yourself. When you say be my own pal, and so wait work with another so because more pressure. Where you more girls now?
The moment she gets to the man's house and she's closer to him, it's very difficult for the man to leave it. That's how it is.
Oh yeah, he no. As of Mammy Patrick is here.
All right, thank you so much.
Our dam is a chawankas, I'm from Wankas. Oh, woman, being no woman, no sapan. I've been following him on Facebook. Hey, the boy can dance, eh? What's his name?
He's Elion.
All right, my greetings to him. He's my best dancer actually. 2021, 2022.
That's right.
Hey, Brenton, what's that?
Dance steps, baby, on a bar, and a bit, you know.
They're into it. Them challenging and quotation, come on, baby, you a girl vibes, no be as you. And I see repeat the best of my
and I want them to be aware that I've released my latest video. Ejapa is on YouTube, video. So please go there, Rose J, and subscribe, and also click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime you get like I upload a very new video. You can go to my page on Facebook is Rose J Music, on Facebook is Rose J, on Instagram is Rose_Ashley_AJ, and to all my fans. Team Rose J, God bless you.
Okay, Team Rose J.
Thank
you for watching. Thanks to Cheesy Pizza. Please visit the Osu branch and get yourself some Cheesy Pizza every single day. When you buy one, you get one free. And pay ya a pay more. And have a good night. Thanks to my crew. And please, Tuesday, well, friend, Saturday, and awards. no, and the 30 female awards, no, please vote for me. Follow me on Instagram at mercy_b, and please vote for me there. Okay, Saturday, Tuesday, Miss Babana, I mean enjoyment. So have a good night. Do take care of yourself. Love you. Broken Hearts is a sister or a role. And see, I not self-love. So, mommy, good night.